guys, welcome to the Reseller Stew episode number 15. Today we are going to talk about where we source, why we source, and what we source. But it is St. Patrick's Day, and our lovely friend Tonya with Thrifty Treasures made us wear green. I had to go change my shirt. And this is the only, well, I have an ugly, old, nasty, like, rag shirt that's, like, lime green. This is as green as I got. That's all I got.
All right. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
Peachy. Should I go put green in my coffee? I got food coloring.
Maybe.
I could green up my coffee.
You need to have some green beer tonight.
You have to squint to see the green in my shirt, but it's there.
I just made some Kool-Aids. Make some green Kool-Aids.
There you go.
Me and lemon lime, we got like this. How's everybody doing this week? I'm sorry we missed Tuesday. I was not feeling so hot. I had a migraine. It didn't go away until well after 2 o'clock. So y'all would have not have wanted to talk to me on Tuesday morning.
Yeah, it's never fun.
So, how's everybody's week, though?
Good.
Good.
The kids are on spring break, so I haven't been able to get a lot of listing done this week.
Oh, I have. Look at my yesterday. Look at that yesterday.
Wow.
You go, girl.
I was like, boom, because look at the day before. It's like, oh, what happened? Wait, I had all of these plans. These are intentions that were never made. This was good intentions right here. And it's got one little tally mark. But that's yesterday, so I was doing it. But, yeah, we're spring break, too. But my daughter's at camp, so I don't have they're not at home like yours, Tonya.
Right.
Anybody go sourcing this week, last week?
I did. I got these trays. They're like old army. They're called Volta. And I guess they used them in the army. And I bought 6 of them for 99 cents each. And I looked up on eBay, completed auctions. Somebody sold 6 of them just like those for $55.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah. So I listed mine for $49.99. Plus I did some shipping. So we'll see what happens.
How do you spell that? B-O-L-T-A? Or?
It's B-O-L-T-A.
You know, see, I would have a hard time because, like, we have an IKEA here.
Yeah,
So, and IKEA sells trays like that. So I would have automatically assumed that all of those trays were, like, IKEA trays.
Well, someone's sitting there, so I did a quick search on eBay, and then I found that completed one sold for $55. So I thought, oh,
holy cow! Look at some of these. $40 for one tray.
Now, if you see the listing with the Chihuahua, that's my listing. I thought I would be different, and I took a picture of them on the grass this time, just doing something different, and Skippy just happened to be sitting there.
Wow! This is something to be seen. Okay, so how do you recognize that it's Volta? Do they have a mark on them?
Yeah, it has a mark. It's marked right here. Can you see it?
Angle it down?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. I can't see anything. I can't. I'm trying to go through my camera, like trying to go through my screen. I keep getting closer, like it's going to make a difference.
Let me see.
Let me bring them up and see if I can find one, because some of these are super high price.
I know.
For like one. Somebody has 20. Maybe I should just buy them from him and then just sell them individually. Let's see. Okay.
Oh, Joe says he sold one for $59.99.
What?
Just one?
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
mine?
Oh, I'm presenting Tonya. Sorry. Okay. So this is the mark. Does your mark look like this, but with a different date?
Yes.
Okay. So it's very clear. Okay. Cool. I will keep an eye out for that. For some reason, I don't know, whenever we do these things where somebody has something that I'm like, yo, wow, I always assume that I'm going to find it the next time I go to the store. Like,
right?
I have these dreams of grandeur that I'm going to be like, oh, there's one.
I do the same thing.
That's
It happens
actually, that
sometimes.
does happen though. It
Yeah.
does.
Whose coat was it last? Was it your coat, April? The branded coat? Who had the coat? The jacket?
April, right? You
What
had a
kind of
really good
jacket?
sale.
April? I mean, Robin, was it you that had the certain brand of a coat jacket that sold for really good money?
The Willis and Geiger jacket.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
I assumed when I was going through the jackets last week that I was going to find one. I had it set in my
Oh,
head. I was looking in the tan
no.
jackets. I'm like, there's going to be one right here.
It happens
No, not
sometimes,
Willis and
though.
Geiger.
No.
I don't know, because that same store was the same one that I was like, you know what? This is the store I'm going to find my hidden Mickey Bear. And it was
Oh,
the
this
store
is
I found my hidden Mickey
your
Bear.
plush the plush
Yes.
paradise.
hmm But they're great for clothes, though. I mean, they have an amazing coat selection, and and they're really low priced. Like, I mean, as far as like if you needed to go buy a coat instead of going to the store, that would be a great place to go. My mom got a full length cashmere jacket
Wow.
for $7.99.
Oh.
Whoa.
Deal.
Yeah. Yep. So, um, well, Robin, did you go shopping? You didn't tell us you got anything?
I went to the Goodwill outlet a couple of times this week so far. So I didn't find anything tremendous or anything like that. I'm finding a little quite a few smalls, but they're adding up, so that's
Yeah.
good.
What about you, April?
I'm always shopping. You know how I do. Yesterday I found this PanaView Panascan. I don't even know what this thing is or what it does, but it's new, and on Amazon they're going for like $115.
Oh, it's a slide
Sweet.
scanner. Okay, so it scans slides and film.
What'd you pay for it, April?
$4.99.
No way.
Yeah, there's the price right there on the bottom. $4.99.
Wow.
Don't believe me?
I actually just got back from the Goodwill like a few minutes ago. You know me, like I'm running late, but I still have stuff in Goodwill. And I picked up this really cute Trina Turk. Hold on. Trina Turk dress. I would love to wear it as a dress, but that's probably not going to work out because I'm 6 feet tall. So it's going to show my hoo-ha if I try to wear it as a dress.
That's why you wear
So I
leggings.
don't know. Yeah, I'm going to get me some leggings
You have to get some
and
leggings.
keep that.
I did find a Calvin Klein dress, brand new with tags still on it, the outlet yesterday.
Cool.
So that was sweet.
Every time I find something Calvin Klein, I always think, oh, it's probably worth something. Like there was this really nice like Calvin Klein goose down jacket, puffer jacket with it. Nope, wasn't even worth me picking up.
It's not worth all that much, but I am gonna list it for 30 or best offer and see what happens. I mean, I paid $1 for it, if that, maybe less.
Oh,
than
see,
$1.
yeah, this one was like $12.99.
So.
So maybe for $1, I would have picked it up.
Yeah, I would have too.
Now I went shopping last Saturday.
What'd you get?
What'd you get?
I bought all that plush. If you want to be like bored to death and you got 75 minutes to spare, I have a video that you can see it all.
I'm going to go watch that video.
Well, I want to start a new series, actually. I'm going to start a new series about selling plush because I miss doing it. And that's what I started out doing when I was, when I first started. Because the level of, the barrier of entry is so small.
Mm-hmm.
The investment is so minuscule. Plush is like people throw it away.
Definitely.
So it's like, okay, I have 50 cents. Let's make some money, And the only problem with it is so long tail that you really, you have to, and that's what I keep telling people and I kept reiterating that in the video because I don't want anybody to get in and be like, I'm gonna make so much money selling plush. And it's like, yeah, you can, but you have to build up momentum. And it really takes you a while to get enough stuff in your store and to learn kind of what's desirable for you to start getting sales every day. it's not going to just like start rolling in the plush money, So I kept saying that over and over again, I think almost too much, because I just don't. I don't want people like, I got all these bears, I'm going to be rich. But I did sell one that I listed, and I think I only listed 15. At that time, I had listed 15 of them, and I sold one out of the 15, and I sold it for $40, so it paid for all of the plush I bought.
Yay!
Plus profit. Yesterday, I listed 23, and I also am putting them on Amazon, so I'm actually
good.
Yeah, I'm sending plush to Amazon. It's not the first time I sent plush. I've done like one, because it had a tag or whatever. This is the first time I've actually sent like used plush to Amazon. So it's experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. Amazon customers can be brutal.
They can. So I made sure that it was stuff that was very clean. It looked new.
Yeah.
It just didn't have a tag. It didn't, there was nothing wrong with it. It wasn't like, oh, yeah, this is really kind of played with, but it's still okay. I had to think about it like, okay, if somebody got this and they took it out of the bag and they gave it to their kid, would they feel okay with that?
That's a good way to look at it.
Because I had something yesterday. It was a little bear thing, and I was like, okay, well this looks fine. But then I was like, well, I kept finding something on it, because there's some like furs that no matter what, it's gonna get something on it. It just attracts particles in the air or whatever. And no matter what, every time I looked at it, I was like, finding something on it. If you have to spend more than a couple seconds like looking it over and picking stuff off of it, don't do it. Just don't. Because the person that gets it is going to have better eyesight than you, and is going to find a hair or a thing or a fuzzy or something, and it's just not appropriate. Like, you take it out of an Amazon box, you open it up, and you're going to give it to your kid, or you're going to cuddle it because you used to have one. What kind of...
Right?
Look, woman, people love plushies. Have you ever seen people's cars and they've got them stacked up in the back?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
I'm guilty of putting plush in my car.
So
I blame it on the kids.
Right? I have plush in my back seat too because of my little girl.
Yep. So I would definitely that's just something to keep in mind. Like, if it's not the same as a used, toaster or whatever, or a used camera. It's something soft. Yeah. It has allergens. It's
meant to be cuddled. And
it's meant to be cuddled, and if you've been kicking it around on the floor for a little bit, and then you're gonna, I'm gonna send that off to Amazon. Like, you might want to. Yeah, I was pretty particular about what I sent.
Right. I sent some coffee mugs to Amazon, FBA. We'll see what happens.
Ooh. Did you put them in little boxes, or did you just drop them in?
Little boxes. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you posted.
They're asking about Malcolm in the chat. Poor Malcolm. He is back over there in the corner.
What?
Did he do something bad? Is he in time?
You should have seen what he was doing on the internet at 3 a.m. No, I move stuff around, and I have all these stuffed animals in here, and I've got all these boxes over here. I had to move them because I didn't have room. But he is back behind that bag right there. And I found a moose.
Yeah, I want to know about that moose. I was going to ask you.
I was only excited because his name was Malcolm.
Oh,
no.
On his Tish tag, it said Malcolm. And so, and he's actually pretty rare. That Malcolm moose is a wish pet. And some of the wish pets are pretty popular, but I can't find Malcolm. Malcolm moose. There was Maria moose from 2008, but I got Malcolm Moose from 2005. Why I remember this, and I don't know what I did about 3 hours ago. I don't know. But
That's how it is.
I know. Yeah, so I don't. Yeah, that's
Have
why.
you listed him?
I did list him.
I'm going to go check out your listings after this. I want to see all your plush.
Yeah, I was gonna put it on a different account because I decided I was gonna run that series, and so I thought it would be easier to follow if it was all just kind of on its own account. But I didn't, and so it's all just on my Pinching Pesos store. But I do have my store categorized, so if you just click on plush, the plush category, you'll see it.
Okay, cool.
My husband asked me, I got all these stuffed animals in here, and he was last night, and he's like, "Oh, are you doing this again?"
That doesn't sound very positive.
And I said, "Oh," I said, "Yeah," and he was, "Why?" And I was like, well, it's easy, and it's, I guess we'll get into that when we get to our topic. But yeah, I told him, I was like, well, I missed it, and he's like, okay.
My husband. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say there was one point in time I had bought so much plush that I didn't even bring it in the house. I left it in the trunk because I was like, this man is gonna divorce me.
I always have stuff in the back of my car.
Sorry, go ahead, Robin.
I was gonna say my husband took pictures yesterday for listings. Like we were talking about it, and we were like, if he takes pictures for the listings while I go sourcing, then we could almost double up on what I'm doing right now, which means a lot more profit. And so he took pictures yesterday.
Very
I was
nice.
like, oh, cool. So we'll see how that goes. He did a good job. They look good.
Maria took my pictures, so it really helped a lot. Like, she took my pictures of my plush, so it made it a lot easier. I didn't have to do it.
She's good. She's really, really good.
I even had to tell her, I was like, oh, baby, you don't have to take so many pictures, because I had trained her. I had trained her to do all sides. You do all sides, top, bottom, tag. And so she had like 8 pictures of like a bear. I was like, oh. And I'm thinking, I don't want to edit 8 pictures of a bear,
right.
So I'm like, I just need front and back and tag. Let's go. And she's like, oh, okay.
My son used to try to take pictures, but he wasn't that great at it. So now he's modeling clothes for me.
Oh, well, there you go.
He's tall and skinny.
Very good.
I'm sorry, I was trying to read the chat. It looked like I froze, but I was reading the chat. Anybody have any really great sales this week? Anything that knocked your socks off? Anything that put your socks back on?
No.
I sold something. I sold a 5 DVD set, Hebrew letters.
Oh, yeah, tell us about that.
Well, I bought it for $1 at a church garage sale, and I had it up for $125 on eBay and Amazon, and I got a best offer on eBay for $70. So I took it, and then I just ended the one on Amazon, so that was a good profit there.
I sold a pair of Victoria's Secret sweater boot muckluck things for $50.
Those sell for a lot. I talked to Chad about that a while back, and I was like, hey, look out for these. And Kim went out that very same day and found a pair.
What are they?
The sweater boots for
Victoria's Secret sweater boots. They're like boots, but they're knit like sweaters.
I can bring them up for you.
Ooh, I'm going to be on the lookout for those.
And they're easy to spot because they're sweater boots. I mean, they're not like black leather boots, and then you have to look for a tag inside. I mean, they're really easy to find. How much did you pay for yours, Robin?
I got it from the Goodwill outlet, and they were in really good shape.
Lucky.
Yeah. It's funny because there's a lot of resellers that go to our Goodwill outlet, but not everybody knows what everybody else knows. And so these muckluck boots were sitting on top, and they were kind of out of my reach. And there were like 2 or 3 people who tossed them just closer to me.
No.
So the ones that have pink on the side are worth more money than the other ones.
Oh, wow.
But these are them. These are regular style. I discovered them because I actually had a pair of Muck Luck brand sweater boots.
Mm-hmm.
So when I looked up Muck Luck sweater boots, it brought up all these Victoria's Secret boots, which I'm surprised that's not considered like a trademark infringement because Muck Luck is an actual brand.
Mhm.
Right.
But anyway, here's the boots. So, I mean, they're pretty easy to spot, that's for sure.
Yeah. They're cute.
Oh, they
They
are
look like
adorable.
those long socks. Yeah.
I sold a pair of Uggs. Like, I sold Uggs one day, and the very next day, I sold the sweater boots. So don't think that, oh, it's starting to warm up. We should probably, not buy sweaters and stuff like. No, that's not true.
In y'all's group over in the International League of Resellers, I hope that's what that's called, somebody was talking about the thermal Victoria's Secret onesies
Mm-hmm.
that sell for decent money.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I wish I would look that hot.
Don't do
not
this.
like a
You don't need to
onesie.
do this. This isn't necessary.
Yeah, did you see up at the top the lady in green? Like the model or whatever?
I know. Like, do this. This is good. This is
that's
good.
cute.
This is. Don't do this. You don't need to become a model. You don't need to spread your angel wings. Because if I did that, ain't nobody buying them damn pajamas.
I don't think I could fit myself into one of those things.
I could just put my arm in the leg and be like, this is what it look like on you. It's just me like this in a shirt. Sorry. Anyway, did anybody else have any good sales this week? Any other sales?
I posted my good sale over in the International League of Thrifters. I sold one of my Izzy Miyake 2-piece sets. It sold for $158.
Oh, wow. I think I missed that.
That's
Izzy's
awesome.
I
hot.
missed it too.
When did you post it, April?
Making Money Monday, I believe.
Oh, okay.
It was a men's suit.
No, it was women's.
It was a women's suit. Okay.
I don't know that brand.
Oh, you better
I
get
know.
hip, girl.
Is he what?
Izzy
Hang on,
Miyake.
I'm gonna show it.
Is
Hang on.
Miyake.
Izzy Miyake.
There it is, right here.
Yep, that's mine. Right there.
Right there.
Okay. See, I was thinking Izzy, I-Z-Z-Y.
Here's the label. Here's
was
the
I.
label. If this helps, here's the label. I only know the brand because my ex used to wear that cologne, and it makes me want to vomit every time I hear it. I smell it in the store. I'm like, ugh.
Aww. Oh.
But yeah.
I take it that was
But that's-
not your that was not your favorite relationship ever.
No, it wasn't. It was the worst. Anyway, moving on. You're like, you brought it up. My sale from the week was probably, I guess, the highlight. Let me find a highlight. Oh, this is not a highlight, but this was a yay, it's gone. Anybody else got any yay, it's gone? Because these I've had forever. I don't know if y'all watch my videos, but I have a shoe crease video where I took my heat gun and...
Yeah, I saw
I
that.
remember watching that, yeah.
Okay, that was a long time ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
I finally sold those shoes. Yeah, so those went. Those are gone.
Yay, they're gone.
Yay, they're gone. Maybe we should make that a new part of our show. The yay, it's
Right?
gone.
Yes.
Okay, here's one that I'm going to bring up only because people pass these by. But I paid $1.99 for this. And I don't know why people need it. with phones and such.
Yeah, that's kind of strange.
But and I've sold multiple ones of different brands, and some of them that are new in the box will get like $100 and something.
You
Maybe
know,
it's like a collectible thing.
you know what's super interesting about that? I'm glad you bring that up
I almost
because
pressed the stop broadcast button. Whoa. Okay,
um,
sorry. I was trying to do stop sharing, and I almost pressed stop broadcast. That would have been a short show. Go ahead, April. I'm sorry.
as we're sitting here on this show at this moment, I'm actually looking at an eBay to Amazon flip that is one of those silly organizers.
Really?
Yes, you can get them new on eBay for $20, flip them on Amazon for 60 and up. So I hate to give
Wow.
out that tip because I'm probably like blowing my source, but yeah, you could if you find those little organizer dictionary things, they do really well.
That's good. I've mentioned a couple times before over the years that if I ever ended up out in the middle of nowhere with no stores, I could source eBay to Amazon because
That's a
there
good
is
idea.
so much new in box that people just, they don't know the value of it, or it doesn't seem like it has a value. But
Or
then
they don't.
also, yeah, and also Amazon sometimes just commands so much more money and it makes no sense.
Right.
That I've always said I could just source eBay to Amazon if I had to. If I was
Yeah.
bedridden or, yeah, I could still run business.
That's a good point.
Yep.
I'm trying to see if I had any. I don't think I had any, like, knock my socks off sales, though. I did sell my first, like, clothing item that I bought recently. I sold a nightgown. I mean, it was a robe.
The Oscar.
No, I didn't list the Oscar yet. This
Was
one
it
was
vintage?
it was a plus size robe. I don't know if it was vintage. I can show it to you. I have to admit, though, I'm gonna admit that I did steal these photos
Oh,
from somebody's sold listing from way back. Like, it's gone. It's not. They're not listing this again. And then I burnt all the background out of it. So yeah, these are not. So yeah, I did not take these photos. I just made them look better.
Yeah, they look great.
Viewers, do not be like Deb, viewers. Do
Do
not
not,
do
do
that.
not do that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a sold listing. It's not on eBay anymore. It's not a
Yeah.
recent sold, so I was
Kiss,
pretty
kiss.
safe. I'm not advocating stealing people's pictures, but if it's theirs, talk about it.
I was gonna say something and now I forget what it was.
I still haven't set up like my photo taking area for any of the clothing stuff that I bought.
That brings up a good point. I need to get a lighting system so that I can list my items, my clothing items and stuff at night. Because
Hold on.
there comes a time to where I'm like, okay, I really want to start doing this, because sometimes during the day I don't feel like doing crap. It takes me all day long to even feel like freaking moving. And so, yeah, I think that's my next investment is a lighting thing, because when I finally do feel like working, sometimes it's not until the sun goes down.
I have a helpful tip for you on that note. Instead of ordering an entire lighting system, go to Home Depot, get yourself a pack of 5,500 daylight bulbs. Put those in your overhead, your ceiling fan, and you will have the most amazing lighting ever, and you don't have to
really?
buy a whole kit.
That's a great
Yes,
tip.
ma'am.
Oh, wow.
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of light bulbs?
5,500 lumens daylight. They'll say daylight.
Women's Daylight.
What do I got? I know I have daylight bulbs.
5,500.
Mine are 5,000.
Those will
mine's
work
only
as well.
Oh, mine's 1,600 lumens. I'm supposed to get 5,500?
Yes, ma'am.
Good Lord, is that like the surface of the sun?
Actually, I have one here in my living room ceiling fan, and then in my office room, I have two of them in the overhead lighting.
What did the lumens do you know? Because these are daylight bulbs. What is a lumen? What does that mean? Like the more lumens you have?
I'm looking now.
Because it's not brightness, because that's watts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's a daylight bulb thing.
It's the amount of light emitted per second.
Okay.
That doesn't tell me anything.
So.
It's the
Well, I'm going to pick them up today so I can list some stuff.
Yeah, because mine are daylights. And, oh, shit, mine's broken now.
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry. I just broke it. Now it's nighttime light.
Oh!
Alrighty then, Deb. What had my Hercules hand or something was putting the light bulb back in.
I guess we're
There's
both
a
going
reason.
shopping for light bulbs today.
Yeah.
Right?
Me and Robin are going to go light bulb shopping later.
Emily's reading room says it's the brightness, not the wattage.
The lumens?
Yeah.
Okay. These are super bright, though. If I got any brighter than this.
You'd blind yourself.
Wow, because that would be like 4 times as bright as what I've got.
That's how bright I
know
want it,
if-
though. I want it, like, bright.
I know if you go above the 55, you start getting into kind of a bluish tint. So you want to like not go above that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I wonder if the lower lumens are the reason why I sometimes get a grayer tint.
Yes, it is.
The fortunate part about using those lights, though, is that if I just simply do on Picasa, the make it look better button, it generally takes it and just makes it white. And I think that has to do with probably, the lights. But when I start out, it does look a little gray.
I just list from my phone, so I don't have, like, anything like that. I just take a picture and keep it moving. That's the reason why I only have been doing them during the day, because when I take my picture, I'm taking my picture in the eBay app and just keep it moving. So.
Are you doing all of your listing in the eBay on your phone?
Well, the way that I do it is I bring my items home, I sit at my computer, I create my listings, and then later I take that same bag and I take all of my pictures using my phone and the eBay app.
Okay.
So
I think we talked about this before. I think we do it the same way. Like you start it on your desktop, do you upload pictures from your phone and finish it on your desktop?
No.
No.
No, I just create everything on my listing at the computer, and then the very last step is taking my pictures with the eBay app, and then I'm going to make the listing active
Okay.
right as soon as I take the pictures. This is the fastest, most time-efficient way I've found works for me. So it works, the easiest, fastest, most efficient way isn't the same way for everybody. So
Right.
it just works for me. What were you going to say, Deb?
I was going to, I don't know. Maybe it's all the mercury I've just ingested. My brain don't work.
Oh, no.
I don't know. It broke. Oh, I was going to say, I didn't say what I found this week, though, other than my plush when I went off on my plush tirade.
But what did you find?
I found this jacket while I was looking for your one. I can never remember the brand. I don't know how I'm ever going to find it because I don't remember the brand. All I know is it's brown, or blue. But I found this.
Ooh.
It's got this printed. It's like a silver printing on it. It's
That's cute.
The People of the Labyrinths.
Yeah,
that's
I
cool.
started searching for that whenever I saw that in your video. I was like,
Yeah, they have really ugly shirts. And that are $300.
Oh.
So I did find a blazer that was like this, but it wasn't black, it was tan. And for whatever reason, they didn't take a picture of the guy.
huh.
So their picture looks like this.
It's like tilted to the side?
Yeah. Like this is all you're gonna see. What is up with my camera? There. Like, yeah, this is all you can see of it. Like, you can't even see, like, what the print is. So I don't know why they didn't.
That. That would lead me to believe something might be wrong with the front of it, right?
Yeah.
And so it's funny because on the label, It says, this garment is hand printed and dyed. The garment will change after wearing and cleaning. Occurring anomalies in texture, holes in the fabric, different tones and shades are intentional and part of the design and cannot be a reason for complaint.
Wow.
But anyway, so I got that jacket, and then I bought this jacket. It's a Rebecca Minkoff
Cool.
asymmetrical jacket, and I'll probably list this one for $70. I'm gonna list this black one for probably, I don't know, $199 or best offer. Take anything over $75.
What
Yeah, I was
size
gonna
is
say.
that
It's a
ladies
medium.
jacket?
Medium.
I kind of like it.
This one, the Labyrinth one.
The other one.
Oh, it's a small one.
Oh.
No, it might be medium. It might be.
Is it denim?
No, it's a medium.
Is it denim?
Whoa. No, it's not denim. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It almost feels like a wetsuit.
It's made to look like denim, though.
The outside is 40% polyester, 30% cotton, 20% polyurethane,
Oh my god.
10% acrylic. So that's why it feels so weird. It has a really like waterproof texture to it.
Yeah, I was about to say that doesn't sound very like that's something you want to wear in the dead of winter.
It's actually not a very heavy jacket.
It doesn't sound like it would breathe very well. That like you would
I
be
don't think it would
sweating
breathe.
in that thing.
Yeah. But it's asymmetrical zipper. The zipper goes across the front like that.
Fancy.
Well, there you go, April, for those snowy days.
Yeah, we have a lot of them.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the topic of the day about where you source, why you source there, why are you picking up the stuff that you're sourcing, you know, that kind of stuff. Let's just talk about stuff.
Okay.
Our stuff.
Our stuff. Let's just get the stuff out there. You know, it's like therapy. You bring out the stuff. So, April, where do you buy most of your items? Where are you sourcing your things?
The vast majority I get from Goodwill, Salvation Army, a couple of consignment stores in the area. I source at. One of them is super, super reasonable and has very, very high-end products. Actually, when I was pretty new to reselling, I found a Willis and Geiger shirt at one of the consignment stores for $10, and I sold it for like $80.
I'm gonna write it
So,
down.
yeah, I definitely. Those are like my primary sources: Goodwill, Salvation Army, and consignment stores. And even with the consignment stores, there's another one I go to that's not as reasonably priced, and I only buy like 75% off inventory from that store. So that's where I get my stuff.
Cool. What about you, Robin? I know you recently started binning.
Yeah, that I started going to the Goodwill bins about a month ago. That's where I get the majority of my items. Before that, I was frequenting just different Goodwills in the good parts of town. And
So are you not going over to your Goodwill anymore, the one that you used to go to every day?
not as often. I think I may have been twice, maybe 3 times in the last month. It's pretty far away, and it is kind of a hit and miss thing. And they also recently had an article in their local newspaper stating how awesome the store is. So it brought the crazies to the store, which makes it even more hit and miss than it was before, because everybody's like the Goodwill bins right now, just grabbing everything they can get their hands on as soon as they bring out a cart and sorting through it. And so it's made that particular Goodwill not as lucrative. I just go there whenever I'm sick and tired of the freaking bins, because that happens. I get so tired of that place.
How many Goodwills do you have in your area?
1, 2, 3, 4. There's about 5 or 6 in a 30-mile radius.
Oh, okay. All right. What about you, Tonya? Where are you getting your stuff?
Most of my stuff comes from Goodwill. I have 3 Goodwills right in my immediate area, and so I try and hit those.
Goodwill for life.
That's right.
Hard to make a G.
Right? Gee. So definitely the Goodwills, and there's like a church thrift shop in my area, and a women's resource crisis center. They always have good stuff. I like their stuff because, like, I think Monday through Wednesday, everything, all the clothing's $3, but then after that, like Thursday it goes down to $2, Friday it's $1, and like by Sunday, you know, you can go in there and pick up stuff for a quarter. I mean,
Oh, wow.
most of the good stuff is gone, but I mean, if you just, you know, want to check out what they have, yeah.
The term good stuff is kind of relative because it really just depends on who's shopping, you know, there.
Yeah.
You know, people might be looking up mall brands. It was like one time I saw the boutique list of things, because our Goodwills are set up where everything's the same price. So all the t-shirts are one price. All of the jeans are one price. All of the everything's not priced individually. The only thing that's priced individually are things that they consider boutique.
Yeah.
And so I saw their boutique list. Okay, it's not boutique stuff. It is mall stuff. It's Abercrombie and Fitch and you know, Gymboree.
Express.
Yeah, Express and it Incline or whatever. It's not boutique items. It's just mall stuff.
I went to Salvation Army this morning, and they're the exact same way. Like, they have a couple of racks that are designer racks, and it's those same brands, and the good stuff is actually mixed in, you know, with the regular stuff, the really good stuff, because you don't know those brands.
I think that's actually one of the things that if you're going to get into clothing, learn your high-end brands. Because the general population doesn't even know.
Yeah.
The people
Has no
pricing the
idea.
items, they don't know.
No.
It's like I was at the store and when I was getting the plush stuff and looking at the jackets, and Michael Kors items were $50, and I'm like, this person thinks that Michael Kors is worth, the person that's pricing it.
Right.
And you can always tell, like, the person that's pricing that that's their favorite brand.
Yes.
Because it's not worth the money, but all of a sudden all of the South Pole jeans are $19.95 and you're like, what's going on? You know?
Right.
Meanwhile, they have diesel jeans for $5.99.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And that's exactly what happened. Oh, I actually told that to my oldest daughter. I was like, look at this jacket. It's worth, you know, $80 and it's $5.99. Look, 5 jackets down, it was an Exhilaration pleather jacket.
Wow.
$19.95.
Yeah.
Exhilaration from Target.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's one thing. Yeah, learn the high-end brands. Really do your research and or at least learn to recognize what a label looks like. Because, like, this People of the Labyrinth jacket, I don't know what that is. The only thing that I knew is that the label looked different.
Yeah.
It didn't look manufactured. It didn't look copy cutter. Just that was the only thing that brought it to my attention. Was
Absolutely.
the label looked different. It looked higher end.
I know with the men's clothing, I've been in stores before, and there are brands that nobody ever talks about, and you just look at the details, like the stitching and the buttons, and you'll start to pick up on those very high-end details. And then you don't have to rely so much on brands, because at that point you can pick up profitable items based on quality. But that takes some time. You're not going to come out the gate being able to do that.
Yeah, it really is something that you have to research, and it's something that I'm trying to do, and that's why, you hear me talk about, I always try to pick up something different at the store. Like, I don't do hats, but I bought some hats. I don't do ties, but I bought some ties. I don't do that, because even though that's not my main source, I still want to kind of know enough, because you never know. I might change everything. I might come running out the
Right?
gate in May and be like, look, I'm selling blazers.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the blazer
April,
queen.
I feel like I do
Dewana,
that a lot. I'm done with that. I'm doing this now. I'm done with that. I'm doing this now.
right? April, Dewana has a question. She says, do you
Yes.
have tips of any how you learned your high-end brands?
My tip would be to check out videos by my good friend Ronnie Hart.
Right,
He currently has a series that he's doing where he's highlighting brands. If it's in the men's clothing realm, which I sell, Ronnie's going to cover it. Watch some of his haul videos because if it's worth money, this dude's selling it.
right. I'll put his link in the chat.
That was one thing I recently asked Ronnie. His ears are going to, like, catch on fire. But I asked him recently about how many do you list, in a day? Because everybody, they really kind
My
of think.
husband
well,
asked me that very same question yesterday. Yes,
And he-
about Ronnie.
What? Huh?
About Ronnie.
Did he tell you?
No, I have no idea. So
Oh, okay.
it was just funny that you mentioned that.
Yeah,
very same
I think he
question.
said it was anywhere from 10 to 20.
Yeah, he's
Wow.
not sitting there banging out 50 listings a day. And then he
No, and it's
also
not even every day.
He doesn't have to
Exactly.
because his stuff is so high-end.
Mhm.
Yeah. Granted, he's
Yeah.
in Cape Cod. So
Yeah.
go figure. Like you're not going to find the brands that he finds consistently, but you will find them because I find the same brands in Youngstown.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you too.
We can't hear Deb. Come back, Deb. Just oh no.
Okay. Well,
Well, we had some technical difficulties.
yeah. It happens. So is life.
It looks like we're still live, so I guess we should just keep it going, Robin.
We
Brands,
have
we were talking about high-end
5
brands.
minutes.
Yeah.
I don't really know that much about men's clothing at all. I do a lot of women's clothing, and right now, because I sell mainly stuff that I get from the Goodwill outlet, I happen across really high-end brands every once in a blue moon. But for the
Mhm.
majority of stuff that I sell, it's like the mall brand stuff comes in, and But J. Jill is my favorite right now. I find it a lot. So.
J.Jill is pretty awesome. It can be a very consistent seller. When I was new, I definitely was heavy into J.Jill.
Yeah, I find it regularly because there's a J. Jill right there, like a town or two over from me. So.
Mm-hmm. Can y'all hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
I didn't realize J. Jill was worth anything because I passed that stuff up.
Girl, snatch up some J. Jill.
Are you serious? Okay, hang on.
They have like a cult following. Like the people who love it really love it, and it can be a very consistent seller.
They just, well, it doesn't seem very high priced.
It's bread and butter.
It's bread and butter stuff. That's what a lot of my stuff that I get from the Goodwill is. The Goodwill outlet is bread and butter, but it's a numbers game. Like I sell volume now versus, you know.
This is one of those brands that is not something I would pick up at my stores. This is an outlet.
Yes, it's an outlet thing.
This is not a go out to your local Salvation Army and buy this brand.
Correct.
This is I got it for 45 cents.
Yeah, I was just saying I don't know much about high-end brands. But what I do know is the bread and butter stuff that I get from Goodwill Outlet and sell volume. So...
Yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Like, especially when you hear people talking about brands, and they're like, "Oh, get these brands." Do like I just did, and go do your research. Because while I could go out right now and go buy every single piece of J. Jill item that I saw, it might not be profitable for me to do that because
you're probably paying $5, $6,
$8 for a shirt,
which I would not do.
And
all of my clothing, I pay less than $1 for.
Right. So that's there is a difference between bin brands and I'm paying full, Goodwill price.
Exactly.
Which that's something to keep in mind. That's a really good point. I'm glad that got brought up.
I know when we had the clothing special, one of the tips that I gave, and in case anybody did not see that show, I want to reiterate, when it comes to men's clothing, anything that is made in Italy, clothing or shoes, you want to look that up. Because even some of the mall brands, even Banana Republic, they're made in Italy stuff. You can get a really, really nice profit on those. I've done well with mall brands that have sent their manufacturing to Italy for some of their suits and blazers.
Banana Republic, Italy made. Got it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I didn't talk about where I shop and what I do.
Yes, Deb. Where do you shop?
I shop at the Goodwills. I am like 90% Goodwill and 9% Savers, and then I go to Thriftland, which is a local store, but it's across town, and I don't go there often, but it's where I used to go to buy all my plush, and that's where I went on Saturday, and I like it there.
I think I've seen Paul Cantu shop there.
Yeah, it's a great store. Their clothes are very reasonably priced. They put 3 or 4 different tag colors on half price. They bag up all of their games. I have never bought a game there that was missing any important pieces. And you get 2 or 3 per bag. So you'll pay anywhere from $2.99 to $4.99, and you'll get 2 or 3 games inside of there. Mm-hmm. They bag up, they have all kinds of little toy items that come in periodically, and they bag them up. They don't just throw them out there. And all of the plush is bagged and different things, and so I actually appreciate that because it means that the items aren't getting all oh, well, this tape is open and everything's missing. The items are intact. They're there, and if you open a bag, they won't sell it to you.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I have found some really great deals there, and it's just one of my favorite stores. I just like it there.
It made me mad though whenever you told the story about the costume.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that's awful. I would have sold it to you, Deb. I would have sold it to you, just so you know.
You on your video? My bad.
Yes, we're live.
Well, I hope that was your husband, 'cause otherwise we need to call someone.
Man.
Yeah, and so I generally source, God, it seems like I'm constantly changing what I do.
I know.
You know.
I feel the same way too. I'm in clothes. I'm not in clothes. I'm in shoes. I'm not in shoes.
I think I'm all over the place right now. I really am. When I used to be able to, people say, like, what do you sell? And I'm like, I sell parts and shoes. And now it's like, what the heck do I got going on? Because I remember at one point me saying, like, I do not want to be the Walmart or the shopping center of eBay. You know, that I didn't want to have, like, all of these different things that I was doing. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Maybe I'm just trying to find my place.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Try to find yourself.
I'm lost. I'm lost. Because I really do feel like I'm all over the place right now. And I don't think it's benefiting me. Because I was just talking about that. Like, I used to have less than 200 listings. And I was doing $2,500 to $3,000, $3,200 in sales a month. And now I have almost 400 listings. And I'm doing half of that in sales.
Yeah.
A month, so I'm like, maybe I'm
reevaluation time.
Maybe I'm focusing wrong. I'm doing something wrong, or I don't know what I'm doing. But you know, I think about it now, and it might not actually be. I used to go shopping a lot. I used to go to 3 different stores 3 times a week.
Yep.
I shopped a ton, and I was buying tons of stuff. So maybe it's that. Maybe I was cherry picking my items, and so I was having a lot of more of like woohoo scores.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
While I was storing the rest of the stuff that I should have been listing. That's why I had so much backlog.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what it was. Maybe I was just buying more things, and I had more, you know, scores, like real big
Maybe you were
scores.
spending more money that you made to go shopping.
I
and
was
wasn't
spending
keeping
a lot of
as
money,
much.
and I am keeping more of the money now.
Yeah.
But my sales were just so much higher, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you go from 3,000 in sales down to 1,200. You're like doing something wrong, because I used to do 800 selling stuffed animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I spent $20 on, you know, like. So yeah, I don't know. I'm figuring myself out. I'm not really sure. I gotta.
Are you giving yourself a license to go shopping more?
Right. You need to stop. Source more.
No, I really haven't, because if I was, I would be shopping every day. There are, you know, here in Austin, there's so much to buy. There are so many stores. Okay, there's 28 Goodwills in the Central Texas area.
That's nuts. That's good nuts.
There are 6 Salvation Armies, 3 Savers, and then there are probably 15 or more individual thrift stores, like St. Vincent de Paul and the Helping Place or whatever, and there's Caring Place, and there's just the Veterans Place, and all the different, you know, Thriftland and Thrift Town and Texas Thrift Store, and you know, so there's so many places to go sourcing. Yeah, if I wanted to source, I could source all day long,
right?
Every day. I could probably source all day, every day, and not hit all my stores in a month, because I can spend. Somebody in the chat was asking, Tonya, you want to go ahead and?
Yeah. Thelma wants to know, how can you tell if a men's jacket has been altered? Do you measure it at the store, or do you just take it as the tag's value?
You typically aren't going to be able to tell if there are alterations until you get into the measurements. If that's a huge concern to you, you should probably take a tape measure with you, but there are men out here of all sizes. Um,
Ooh.
my
Yay!
my tiny items, my tiny suits, and I'm talking about like 34 size 34 in men's. Those always go to Asia. So I don't leave anything behind. Once you started getting into those high-end brands like Brioni, I don't care what size it is. If you see Brioni, you pick up Brioni. But once you get home, you'll notice if there's a discrepancy between the size tag and the actual size.
Um, and then what is asking about, this was the question I was, is how long of a time do you spend sourcing your items? Like, how long are you at the stores?
20 minutes.
I took.
Ooh.
You're so fast, April.
I'm in and out pretty fast too. I mean,
Yeah.
I go check out the books real quick, maybe look at the clothes real quick, and I'm on to the next one.
Mhm.
My favorite thing to do, like even if this wasn't my job, is thrifting. It has been my favorite thing to do since I was little. So I just, I usually take my time if I go to any place other than the Goodwill outlet, and I can leave with stuff or not leave with stuff. It really just doesn't matter. So, but if I'm going to the Goodwill outlet, I'm going to work, and I can last about 3 hours without feeling like I need to leave. And
Mhm.
sometimes if I'm there for 3 hours, and I get a lot of stuff in that amount of time. Goodwill Outlet, you get tons of stuff. If they're just starting to bring out new bins after 3 hours, I'm like, okay, I'll stay a little bit longer. But 3 hours is usually my typical thing for the bins.
I
I
typically,
go no, go Deb.
I'm sorry, I
No.
typically spend like 2 hours in a store, like on average. So sometimes less and sometimes more. Like, I was at Savers the other week for like 3 hours. And that was like normal. I could, because I looked at everything. I was over in the media, scanning media. I went over to the wall of bags and went down housewares, and I looked through all of the curtains and sheets and stuff, and went over to electronics, and then over to toys, and then shoes and hand. Yeah, I mean, it was there. I was there for 3 hours. I
I
don't.
take my time in a store too. I really like it. I just enjoy it. I enjoy the whole thing. It's actually kind of a stress reliever for me to just
Yeah,
go
I agree.
walk through the store, chill, take my time, look at stuff. Oh, especially if I have my daughter with me, it's time for us to just spend time together and talk and look at things and,
The only
whatever.
problem I have with taking so long in the store is that I feel like I could go to more stores. Because
Mhm.
there's like
That's
so
what I'm
many
thinking.
stores. Like, yeah, like if I leave my house, I can hit a Goodwill within 2 miles, and then there is a Salvation Army within another mile, and then from there, within another mile, is another Goodwill. Within a mile from there is a Savers, and then 3 miles from there is another Goodwill. I could literally hit like all of these stores.
Well, see, that's where
Um,
you're like, okay, I'm leaving to work, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna go in, and I'm gonna walk around, and I'm gonna take a look and grab what I know makes money, and then I'm gonna go to the next spot.
Mhm.
Um, that's I have to put myself in the I'm going to work mode. If that's what I'm going for. A lot of times I go just because it's nice to get away, and I can lose myself in the store for a while.
Yeah,
So
I agree
that's
with
whenever
that.
I take like
Yeah.
all that time. I'm just like do do do.
If
So
I go in the evenings, like if I'm working during the day and I go in the evenings, like I will browse sections that I normally would not browse because, like you, the rest of you ladies, it's a stress reliever for me. Like
yeah.
that's how
Hmm.
I decompress is in the thrift store, which is really sad. But
Yeah.
um,
It's true. It's
if
so
I go
true.
if I go during the day, I usually will hit the new clothing racks that they've brought out, and then I go straight to electronics because electronics are my secondary category. Like
Yeah.
besides clothes, that's the thing that I sell the most of.
Yeah, big money maker too.
Maybe if I would stop trying to sell everything, then I could get in and out of the stores faster. Because I'm really like, I guess whenever you're kind of selling generally everything, then you
Uh-oh.
Well, we are just having problems with Google today. It keeps kicking everybody out and saying that there's connection issues and they're terminating calls and things like that. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up the show anyway because we were already over an hour. If you guys have any show suggestions, make sure you go ahead and post them over in the Resellers stew. It's hard to come up with topics all the time. We are going to be having the Etsy show sometime real soon, hopefully next week, if not the week after. We'll see. But yeah, if you have topics that you think would be good for an hour-long show, just go ahead and let us know. I was wrapping up the show, Robin, so because it keeps kicking us out. So I was just saying, if anybody has suggestions, to go ahead and make them. But other than that, I guess just go ahead and wrap it up for the day. Thank you, ladies, for joining me.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Thanks, everybody, for
Bye.
watching.